doing it to him. It's only been like 40 minutes. So, Jesus is Lord.
Jesus is Lord.
It's lit.
It's lit.
I'm super psyched.
What time did you wake up this morning?
1:50?
1:50?
Yeah, 1:50.
I'm 2:02.
I went to bed at 8 o'clock. Wait, no. Yeah, 8 o'clock.
All right.
I'm really giggly also.
Perfect. Show that personality off, that beautiful personality.
Oh, is it any stuff in my teeth?
No, just purely whites. Were you raised Catholic?
Yeah, I was.
And like, what could you explain like the Catholic Church to me, like a rough synopsis, I guess?
The Catholic Church? A
Yeah,
rough
just like-
synopsis. Okay, wow. I guess kind of literally the Catholic Church is the body of Christ, personified within all of the members of the Catholic Church. But, you know, a little deeper than that, the Catholic Church is, you know, all the people and the love and the grace of God that exists within our world to, you know, be able to reach heaven.
We started, and then we'll go up.
I don't know.
Because this is Mount Lady Washington right here.
It's Lady Washington right there.
Cool.
Emma Stanley, did you grow up Catholic?
I did. I grew up Catholic.
If you were to describe the Catholic Church to someone, like how would you tell them about it?
The Catholic Church is a hospital for sinners, a hospital for broken people that live in a broken but redeemed world, a place to go to receive the grace of mercy, love, forgiveness, and hope, faith, and charity.
Born in the house of the servant David, through his holy prophets he promised of old, that he would save us from our enemies, from the hands of all who hate us. He promised to show mercy to our fathers, and to
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, let me see what space
Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody and always. This sick, strange darkness comes creeping on, so haunting every time.
Oh gosh. No, I'm so
Did you grow up Catholic?
Oh gosh. Yes, miss. No, I'm just kidding. I grew up Catholic, but I would not say I was a Catholic until middle school.
And like, what did you have any doubts growing up in the faith?
Definitely, yes. Until middle school, so elementary and middle school, I just went to mass and went through the motions with my family, and that didn't mean anything. It didn't feel like anything. Just sat there and listened to a boring priest every Sunday and did the pew aerobics thing. And all my Protestant friends seemed to have these crazy, awesome worship services and felt things. And I was like, oh gosh, what am I doing? And then I got to middle school and went on a retreat where I went to adoration for the first time and saw the Blessed Sacrament and really realized what the Eucharist was and what was happening during Mass, and that changed everything.
Did you ever have doubts about the church or like question it?
Oh, I definitely did, yeah. I feel... How deep can I get?
You can get as deep as you want to.
Okay.
The deeper the better, actually.
Yeah, definitely, like, when I was just getting into my faith, I had a lot of questions, like, God ain't even real, like, he's just... God is just this thing created by humanity to, like, explain things that they couldn't explain. And... Excuse me. Yeah, I just had a lot of doubts with the existence of God and like why everything is the way that it is. And then I kind of let go of those because, you know, faith, in all honesty, like, excuse me. Yeah, just releasing all of the insecurities about why God exists and instead recognizing that, you know, God is this divine thing that loves all of us, and his existence is undeniable just in, you know, what we've experienced, like creation, and this is super deep, dang. yeah, I don't know. I just grew to love and accept that God is our creator in the community that I've been surrounded by, and my involvement in youth group, and all the people that have loved me and shown me God's love.
Yeah.
It's undeniable.
I absolutely had doubts. My catechesis growing up wasn't the best. Nothing was explained to me very well, so I was left with a lot of questions still. Yeah, very simply, like even just the existence of God, I doubted that is even possible a lot of the time. I doubted that the Eucharist could actually be the presence of Jesus. I doubted that a priest could stand in persona Christi and actually forgive our sins in confession. I doubted pretty much every teaching at some point or another.
Hi.
Who are you?
My name is Pier Giorgio Kardashian.
I thought it was Versace.
I just go with the flow and where things take me. Today I feel like a Kardashian.
You have to cut off your arm?
127 hours, yo. Scream.
Yeah, I'm cutting my arm off with a penknife.
Come here, boy. Wrong arm.
Was there any one thing in particular that helped you with your doubts?
That helped me with my doubts. Growing in, what is the word that I'm looking for? Involvement in my church. Just like being more a part of youth group, being more a part of my campus ministry at school, at college, and just, choosing to walk towards the church instead of questioning it. I realized that there are more concrete things for me to be a part of, and that definitely put me at ease, just being surrounded by like-minded people that, wanted to know the church, definitely, just released all of those worries and doubts about the church.
I think what helped with my doubts was looking for the answers in priests, in really knowledgeable lay people, but also recognizing that the Catholic Church has stood for 2,000 years, and that has to stand for something. It's faced a lot of pushback, a lot of attack. A lot of leaders have led the Catholic Church astray, but somehow it still stands and it's still strong. And I think recognizing that and remembering that and being reminded of that repeatedly kind of kept me believing.
Do you think, was there one specific thing that just really helped you with your doubts at all? Just made a real impact?
Yeah, that was just prayer. So I had never prayed, I just gone to Mass, and then once I started integrating that into my life, and I was like, whoa, he does speak back to me, things do happen, and I learned about just sitting and talking with God instead of these really formal prayers. It was just he could be on this bench next to me, and we could just be having a conversation. So then when I was in middle school and people were bullying me, or other girls were being talking behind my back, I'd be like, yo God, sitting next to me in class, what's happening? How do I get through this? Instead of only knowing God and the church, just making it more informal has really helped me, bring me to the church. Isn't this great?
Are you videotaping or? Oh.
Oh.
Hey. Welcome to Summer Project.
Welcome.
Jesus is Lord.
Jeff, you got it? Shoot, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. Is it Russell? Oh!
Less risk.
Oh, come on!
How has the church impacted your life?
Well, you know, I was born and raised, not born Catholic. I was raised Catholic, and, you know, like that just, you know, kind of dictated my little mannerisms, like the little things that my family did, but, you know, that didn't really define my life until I got older. The church definitely was the reason why I, like in my life, I as a brother changed, because like literally the main thing that made me want to grow in my faith was when my little brother, who's 2 years younger than me, so when he was a sophomore, he started going to confirmation classes and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, he's getting into his faith now, I want to be more of a role model. So like the church shaped my life in that it made me desire to be better when I was a senior in high school, and then it kind of determined what I wanted to do after high school, you know. I went to college, I was like, you know what, I think the church is a big part of my life now, and these are the kind of people I want to be around, these are the kind of things I want to pursue, and yeah, definitely the church has influenced the community I've been surrounded by, and just my personal growth, like which direction I chose to go in my life.
How has the church impacted your life, like, as you've grown in it?
In the Catholic Church, I've found full freedom and continue to find full freedom in who I am. The Catholic Church pulled me out of my sin and continues to pull me out of my sin every day. It promises me the truth and beauty and goodness of heaven, and that inspires me every day to keep living a joyful life in a really scary world sometimes.
In high school and college, it's been insane, and just receiving the sacraments as like the holy sacraments that they are has been life-changing, and knowing that Christ is there in adoration and being able to have that one-on-one conversation, and then receiving him in the sacrament now in daily mass, but in high school it was just weekly mass, and still like knowing what I was actually receiving really changed the whole mass. And I originally got involved in mass just in the worship band, or that sounds so so in the mornings we have choir, and then at the nights we have the band, so I was in the band, and it was like 3 girls, and the two girls were probably 8 years older than me, and they really showed me Christ, and then they just really kept me coming for my own choice. So my parents would go in the morning and I would go at night, and so it really turned into me making the choice to go and wanting to go. So making the choice and knowing Christ was there, and then just returning to confession in college was really crazy as well. So that really impacted my life a lot, because I had just lived with so much sin and doubt, and was like, there's no way I'm a daughter of Christ. Like, no way. Like, I've done too many things and I am too crazy, even though I really wasn't that crazy, but still. And then when I returned to confession in college, like, that really just changed my life, and now I know I'm a daughter, I know I'm worthy, and I know I'm loved, and like working on that every day, but the forgiveness really gets you there.
You gotta make it. If you make this, it's game.
Throw it on the ground.
If you make this, it's game.
Get it on the hole.
I don't need it, right? Merry Christmas. Game. Which one do you want? My firstborn, or which one do you want?
Can you be young, Catholic, and still have fun?
You serious?
Yes.
Do you know who you were asking that to?
Yes. I'm
very young. I'm only a little bit Catholic. Kidding. And I'm only a little bit fun, according to some of my friends. But yeah, definitely. I was all a joke, by the way. I'm really fun, I'm really young, and really Catholic.
Can you be young, Catholic, and still have fun?
Yes, you can still be Catholic and be young and fun. I would not be Catholic today if I hadn't met many, many, many young, fun Catholics.
Can you be young, Catholic, and still have fun?
Oh yeah, of course. I think it's just finding fun in different ways, but there's like so many ways to have fun, and I go to a huge state school, and the way to have fun, well, the perceived way to have fun there is to party and drink and be in a sorority, and that seems to be from the outside the only way to have fun. But for me, it looks like going longboarding and swing dancing on the parking deck, and just having those good conversations with friends are equally as fun as, or even I think more fun for me at least, than going out like a lot of people, because the next morning they don't feel that worth, and sometimes it makes them broken when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, wow, I'm glad I went swing dancing last night. And that's been interesting to see.
The church isn't about rules and dictating your life. The church is about love and full communion with Christ and all of your brothers and sisters around you.
Look for the answers however you think you can. If there's a chaplain near you, if there's a youth group, even if those things are found lacking, there's still plenty of resources that will tell you the truth. So just keep looking, and take it to prayer and ask Jesus very simply, is this real? And if it is, where do I go to validate it?
Go to adoration, pray, and just pour yourself into it, and think about Mother Teresa and how even though she had doubts, she continued it through it and really just tried to pursue the Lord. And even if you have doubts, it doesn't mean He's not there and He doesn't love you. So just attempt to find Him in the little things. When you go, we're in Colorado right now, when we sit in the mountains, I'm like, oh yeah, there's the Lord. But even at home, when you get an A on a test, you're like, okay, thanks Lord. Or see wildflowers on your walk to home or something. Like anything little, Jesus is there and He is looking after you. And just find that in the sacraments and know that He's so good.
Hey, one more time! Jesus is Lord! Yeah! Yeah!